Antarctica, 2007. Filmmaker Werner Herzog stands on the ice with a penguin scientist, watching a colony of emperor penguins. Herzog asks him a question. Is there such a thing as insanity among penguins? The scientist pauses. He's studied penguins for decades. He's seen thousands of them, their mating rituals, their feeding patterns, their social structures. But insanity? He's never really thought about it. And then they see something that changes everything. One penguin breaks away from the colony, not toward the feeding grounds at the edge of the ice, not back to the nesting area. He turns and starts walking in a completely different direction, toward the mountains, 70 kilometers away. The scientist watches in silence. This doesn't make sense. Penguins don't do this. They're social creatures. They follow patterns. They go where the food is. They stay with the group. But this penguin keeps walking. Away from the ocean. Away from everything that keeps penguins alive. Toward nothing but ice and rock and emptiness. Herzog's camera follows him. A small black shape against an endless white landscape. Waddling, steady, determined. The scientists make a decision. They catch the penguin, bring him back to familiar ground, back to the feeding area, back to where he's supposed to be. The penguin pauses, looks around, and then turns back toward the mountains and starts walking again. They catch him a second time. Same result. The moment they let him go, he orients himself towards those distant peaks and walks. Herzog asks the obvious question. But why? No one has an answer. There's no food in that direction, no water, no other penguins, just 70 kilometers of ice, and then the interior of Antarctica. 5,000 kilometers of frozen wasteland beyond that. The scientists know what this means. If the penguin keeps walking, he'll die. Exhaustion, starvation, the cold. There's no survival in that direction. But the penguin doesn't seem to care. This time, they let him go. They don't catch him again. They just watch as he gets smaller and smaller against the white expanse. A black dot. Then nothing. Herzog's narration is matter-of-fact, clinical. Even if he was caught and brought back, he would immediately turn around and head toward the mountains again. The footage ends there. The penguin walking away. No resolution, no explanation. Just this inexplicable choice to walk towards certain death. Scientists have observed this behavior before. Not often, but it happens. Penguins leaving the colony, walking inland, disappearing. They call it disorientation, confusion, some kind of mental breakdown. When Herzog's documentary came out in 2007, this scene was just another strange moment in a film about Antarctica. Interesting, unsettling, but not particularly famous. Then, in early 2026, someone clipped this exact scene, posted it online, and it went viral. Not because it was new, but because millions of people saw it and felt something they couldn't quite explain. They saw themselves in that penguin. Here's what the scientists won't tell you. Here's what Herzog left unsaid. Here's what that penguin understood that the rest of his colony didn't. There's a difference between surviving and living. That colony was surviving, perfectly, efficiently, doing exactly what evolution designed them to do. Walk to the feeding grounds, eat, breed, protect the young, repeat, year after year, generation after generation. And there's nothing wrong with that. Survival matters. The colony thrives because individuals do what they're supposed to do. But that one penguin looked at survival and realized something. Survival isn't the same as being alive. The colony was going through the motions, the pattern, the routine, safe, predictable, alive in the biological sense, but not really living. And that penguin made a choice. He chose to live, even if it meant dying. Now let's talk about you. How many of us are that colony, going to the job we don't care about because it pays the bills, staying in the relationship that's comfortable but empty, living in the city where we have friends but feel invisible, following the path everyone else is following because it's safe? We're surviving, but are we living? You wake up, go to work, come home, watch something, sleep, repeat, 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, for decades, making it through, getting by, surviving. And every once in a while, you look up and see your mountains. That thing you've always wanted to do. That place you've always wanted to go. That life you've always imagined, but never pursued. And people tell you the same thing those scientists told that penguin. Don't be crazy. Stay where the food is. Stay where it's safe. Don't throw away everything you've built. They catch you, bring you back, put you right where you were. And you have to decide. Do you stay? Or do you turn around and start walking toward your mountains? Most people stay, and there's not.